All right. Welcome back to the channel, guys, and Happy New Year. I know I said it in the last video, but if it's your first time watching one of the videos in this brand new 2023 year, Happy New Year. All right. Wishing everyone a prosperous and profitable year. Question of the year starting off is, what are the markets that you look to turn to or trade this year? All right. Me as a futures trader, I'm going to talk about three of my favorite markets that I'm looking to trade this year. And so sit back, watch the intro, and we'll jump right into this quick video and break those markets down. Now, most of you guys know already that my go-to market, all right, number one is the ES futures, okay? Now, as a beginner trader, I do state to individuals, or I put on the videos lots of times, is that if you are a beginner trader, someone's new starting off your trading career or venture, I highly recommend you starting with the micro, say for instance, the micro future markets, okay? So if like me, I trade the ES, maybe you want to trade the MES, okay, which is the micro ES, all right? Now those are the stock derivative future market, which is, the stock indice derivatives, other indices, okay? So, and that's, I love trading the indices, okay, the derivatives of the indices, all right? And the reason why is because you're trading against a basket of stocks, not just individually hand picking or selecting individual stocks to trade. I want to encompass and trade them all, okay? It doesn't matter if you trade the Dow, the NQ, which is the NASDAQ, or the S&P 500, okay? For me, my go-to market is the ES futures. The strategy I trade, which is falling behind or surrounding supply and demand, you can trade any particular market. It does not matter the actual, asset class or whatever the case is. It could be whether you're trading securities or commodities. It doesn't really matter, guys, all right? The strategy works across all markets, and supply and demand is universal. Understand that, all right? So yes, number one, the reason why I like to trade the ES. Now, a lot of people ask me this. Let me take a step back. Did I ever trade the MES, all right? Or do I recommend trading the MES? When I started off trading over 10 years ago, the MES, the micro markets were not an option, especially one that I could actually trade. I mean, you could dabble with some of the less, I guess, margin related markets, that didn't really cause you to have to leverage so much money or put so much money on the line. Say for instance, like the Dow or the NASDAQ or whatever the case is, which are $5 a tick. The ES, the E-mini S&P 500 is $12.50 a tick. And that's the reason why I like to trade it, because you do get more bang for your buck when it comes to trading. It can be riskier if you don't have the capital size to be able to trade it. And I do not recommend to anyone trading it unless you have slowly built up an account. That's the reason why I say trade and start off with the micros today. Again, the micros were not an option. They weren't there when I first started off trading. But now, these exchanges have opened up the doors, opportunities to allow entry level or new traders who are interested in trading to be able to do so and trade across multiple markets, or picking and choosing which markets they want to trade, and not to have to risk so much or leverage so much money when trading. Okay, so $5 a tick versus $12.50 a tick, there's a big difference there. So you're not having to risk as much money on each trade. All right, so I highly recommend anyone who's starting off trading to dabble with the micros, build up your confidence, build up your strategy, or devise a strategy that works and allows you to be consistent. Remember, I always say consistency is everything when it comes to trading. Prove to yourself that you can do it first, all right? And then, if you start to build an account up slowly, that's the thing about trading. We want to be able to build those building blocks, inch by inch, step by step, build up that account, okay? Don't go for the full gusto. A lot of people think that because they have the money, that they're going to become successful and become millionaires overnight. There's no such thing as a get-rich-quick scheme, all right? This business or game is a slow-to-get-rich scheme. Okay, understand that, slow to get rich scheme. All right, so again, doesn't matter which particular future market that you actually trade, but I do recommend the micro starting off. All right, so that's number one for me is the ES futures. I personally trade it because of the tick value size. I love the trader also because it's a very liquid market. It is a thick market. Now you must understand that it doesn't move as fluid as some of the other indices do on the future market side, but I like to trade it. The strategy is what it is. You just have to be able to spend a little bit more time and following and understanding market structure and price action, really following behind price action because being that it is more thicker market, those levels or zones may not be clearly clear to the eye or clearly be able to be identified because you have so many swings or whatever the case is, so many different levels to kind of find your way through the weeds and determine which ones are work the best or which ones are the most high probability or high probable zones or levels to trade from. Okay, number two, moving on for me, it's definitely probably going to be the Nasdaq. Yes, it does trade when it comes to tick value, $5 a tick. Whatever the case is, it does have a lower tick value, but I like it because it's very fluid, it's very liquid. It moves now. You must understand that. So you got to be a little bit more precise when it comes to your entries versus the ES because when you get into a trade on the Nasdaq, it's going to do its thing pretty quick. So you must understand that as well. I overall love to trade the when it comes to the indices or the equity side of the future markets. The indices, okay, for me, all right. So yes, the Nasdaq is a great market to trade. Again, if you're starting off, I recommend you trading the micro, side of things when it comes to any particular market. That's just the way I feel that a beginner trader, a new trader should really definitely kind of hone in and zone in on is building up, improving to themselves that you are able to do this before you jump into the ocean as a big fish and start swimming with the big sharks. Okay, meaning trading with more capital, trading a larger tick size or tick value or tick size markets like the ES, say for instance. But the Nasdaq, you do have to have more capital per contract to trade it, meaning the margin size. With the ES, most brokers is like $400 a contract, some maybe 500 depending on your broker. The Nasdaq, a lot of brokers, I believe now is $1,000 a contract. It used to be only $500 a contract, but things have changed just depending on your broker, whatever the case is. But yeah, I think that's pretty much across the board is $1,000 a contract now. Not sure how if every broker charges that same amount when it comes to the margin for the Nasdaq. For the micro size side of the Nasdaq, I'm not sure what my broker charges, whatever the case is. I know with the ES, the MES, when it comes to the micro size, is like $40 a contract. So that's why I recommend, the micro starting off as a new trader because of the fact is you not having to risk as much. And even with a larger size account you want to start off with, you could trade more contracts if you choose to, but you're not really putting on the as much risk is what I'm trying to say. Okay, $40 a contract versus $400 a contract allows someone with less capital to step into the game. Okay, and number three, to be honest with you, it isn't any particular index or indice. When it comes to the future markets, it is the crude oil market. I like trading crude. Again, it is a very liquid market. It is a fast-paced moving market. So again, you have to be more precise when you and understanding where to get in and get out quick enough. But it moves a lot. It's very liquid. It provides a lot of opportunity for you to trade from during the day. Multiple setups to look out for or to take with any given session. So yeah, crude is a very good market. I don't recommend if you maybe a new trader starting off in the crude market because it can really slap you in the hand or burn your britches pretty bad if you don't know what you're doing. But again, supply and demand, the strategy I use, you can trade any particular market, or if you have a strategy that you use yourself surrounding supply and demand and it's consistent, again, I'm just letting everybody know that the way I trade is supply and demand. People trade or have different strategies of how they attack or trade with when it comes to supply and demand, but it's just up to you. Just make sure you're consistent with your strategy. I'm not telling anyone here on the channel to follow exactly the way I trade. Whatever works for you, I always say this: trade the way that you trade. You know, if you have a strategy and it works for you, do not move away from it. Don't deviate from it, okay? Because then you start to get lost and following someone else, whatever the case is, and then you may kind of lose your train of thought on the way you actually trade, which means you're going outside your trading plan and you're deviating away from the strategy that made you money. So why would you do that, okay? But yes, my three top favorite future markets to trade again are the ES, which is the E-mini S&P 500, the NASDAQ, which is the NQ, and as well as the crude oil, which is CL. All right. So I would love to hear from you guys to let me know, some of the markets that you actually look to trade here in this new year in 2023. It'll be interesting to see again. So yeah, drop a comment. Please do so. I'd like to hear from you and tell me the reason why you like to trade a particular market you trade. All right. I know a lot of individuals here on the channel probably trade either the MES or the ES. That is so cool. I love to see people trade the E-mini S&P 500. I think it's a wonderful and great market to trade. Lots of and loads of volume there. So drop a comment below. I'd like to hear what you guys are trading this year. And that's all I really have for you guys in today's video. I just want to let you know, because people ask me all the time, why do you trade the markets you trade? And do you look to trade anything different into the new year? I trade, I said this before, like 95% of my trades are always taken on primarily on the E-mini S&P 500, the ES. But outside of that, 5% of that, makes up some of the other markets that I take interest in. I probably will kind of, maybe trade 75% this year of the ES and take the remaining 25% and trade the NASDAQ or the crude or whatever the case is. But, here for the sake of this channel here, because I started off, talking primarily about, the S&P 500 or the E-mini S&P 500, or for those who trade the MES, the micros, because I started talking about the ES in general, this is what I primarily trade on this channel here. So off channel or off video in my own private time, I'll probably dabble in some of the other markets, like I said. And in the past, I used to trade the Russell. I think the Russell's a great market too. The the abbreviation for that is RTY, depending on your broker, whatever the case is. But for here, it is RTY on the platform of the Ninja Trader. Okay, but outside of that, I wish everyone a successful and prosperous trading day today. And let's make some money, guys, this year. Let's be profitable, be consistent, manage your trades, manage your risk. If you take a loss, whatever the case is, just manage that risk side of things, okay? Get out to trade quick enough so you can make back up for it on your next trade and be able to make more. Okay, and anyone who's interested in joining our Discord community is free of charge. The link is down in the description portion of this video below. I'll show it to you right now, just for those that may be interested, because you may be having a question of, what is the Discord, and what is it for? We primarily have two channels on the server, guys. It's the general chat channel and then the trading floor channel. General chat is where, now if you're a futures trader, this is a futures trading channel. So if you trade any particular futures, you can come over. Maybe you're new, maybe you have questions you want to ask pertaining to the future markets, whatever the case is. So just, drop a general question on the general chat side of things. The trading floor is where we as traders come together and just kind of, discuss our levels or zones of interest that we're looking to trade from, or even share our entries. A lot of us share our trade entries. I do, pretty much daily, share a few entries, whatever the case is. But yeah, it's just a server where we come together as future traders and just collectively share information and kind of use the general chat section as a question and answer forum as well. So, but there are, a set of rules that you must that govern the channel, or that you must follow to be part of the community. Okay, so those rules are also on a listed within the channel where you can read up on, just simple rules that we just asked that everyone abide by. So outside of that, I appreciate you guys watching today's video. Again, I'd like to hear from you in the comment section. Let me know. I'm sure other people within the community would also like to hear how, what markets other traders or future traders are looking to trade this year or have started off already trading this year. So be interesting to hear, as well as why do you trade the particular markets that you actually, trade. A lot of people have that question. They just want to kind of find out what most everyone is trading, and pretty much why. But that's all I have for you guys in this video here. Appreciate everyone watching, tuning in today, and I will see you guys in the next video.